I'm Kyle Lewis. I work for RDCT, one of the Catalyst companies, and welcome to Come for the Certs and Stay for the Certify. So you've probably heard the term certify a few times in other presentations during this conference. So I'm here to kind of give a few highlights of what it actually is. So, sorry, back up. So like I said, I'm going to give a few highlights of what it is, and then this should be on screen. Yes. So we'll move through the three parts. So why are you going to care about Certify at all? What actually is it, and what does it mean when your organization says that you are certified compliant? Well, the first reason to care is you're in InCommon, or if you're in InCommon, it is required as part of InCommon's baseline expectations for members, and it's been that way for roughly over a year. So, okay, it's required, but why do I care? So, well, why does InCommon care, I guess, more accurately? So let's just say I've joined the Federation and we're sharing all the data we want. Collaborative research is going on all around me. My scientists and faculty are happy, but wait, what if a wise elder scientist clicks on that link, the link that you told them they shouldn't click on as a good cybersecurity IT person? What happens when their account falls into the wrong hands and that account starts downloading as much data as they can from databases that don't belong to you, from databases that are hosted in service providers from other campuses across the country? Or what if you're an identity provider? What if you are a service provider? What if you have a massively awesome big data, artificial intelligence, buzzword-enabled hyper-encabulator synergizing the inputs of multiple studies across the nation? And what if you notice one of those users, not your user, but someone who's federated into the system, somehow gains elevated privileges and starts pulling data from studies to which they're not assigned? So how do you react? How do you get in touch with that cybersecurity team at those other institutions? And in other words, how do we talk to each other when bad things happen? This is where Certify comes in. It is the Security Incident Response Trust Framework for Federated Identity. And no, I don't know why it's not in all caps, but if you go to the source, it's not in all caps, so that's how I read it. But it's a trust framework that enables Federation members to coordinate cybersecurity response when those incidents go across the Federation. And it's a means by which your organization publishes an assertion to the Federation in metadata that you're certified compliant. And here is your security point of contact. And it's available for everyone in the Federation to see. And so, okay, that's great. But is it enough to slap up a certify yes in our metadata along with our point of contact? Is that enough? Well, not quite. In order to say you're certified compliant in good faith, it means your organization is attesting to three things. First, there are 16 statements regarding your own internal practices that you are saying yes to, all of those 16. Second, as we've already alluded to, you publish your security point of contact in the Federation metadata so everyone has access to see it. And third, you and your organization agree to use and honor the traffic light protocol, or TLP, when you're sharing incident response information. And you'll notice my slides are all marked TLP white at the bottom. Okay, so now more detail. 16 normative assertions. They're broken down into 4 groups: operational security, incident response, traceability, and participant responsibilities. And within those categories, there are specific statements, kind of like operation security is everything that has to do with your own network boundary. Are you doing vulnerability management? Are you able to manage your user rights and access? Do you have an intrusion detection, automated intrusion detection system? And do you have internal incident responsibilities internal to your own organization? The second family is, are you willing to respond to a request for assistance from other certified organizations? The third family, traceability, is, are you able to actually investigate a security incident? Do you have the audit logs? And then finally, are you telling your users what their minimum behavior is? Do they have basic cyber awareness training? Do you have an acceptable use policy for your users? And if your organization can answer yes to how that's broken down in 16 statements, then you've met the first requirement before you can say you're certified compliant. The second point is, as I've alluded to, you have to have Yeah, so, sorry, so the second point is the traffic light protocol. Did I miss one? I might have missed one. Okay, so the second point that is the security point of contact. That assumes that the person who's able to receive that email or respond to that ticket that's generated knows what Sirtfi is and knows how to respond. So I think that slide accidentally got hidden and I apologize. The third point is the traffic light protocol. And so this is a way you can mark your information that might be sensitive and share it with another Federation member, and it communicates to them how wide they can share it or how little they can share it. And so, you know, at the most restrictive level, TLP red, it means I'm going to tell you, but you're not even allowed to share it with your team. I'm only telling you or the recipients of this organization. If it's an email, don't forward it. TLP amber is probably where everything's going to reside. Is I'm going to tell you, but you're allowed to coordinate amongst your internal staff to do what you need to do. You know, if I share details of a log, maybe they can use that log, and you can talk to your technicians to investigate the audit or the incident. Green is with the community, and white, of course, is open to the public, subject to whatever the copyright is. But I want to foot stomp one thing. It's not just important for you to know how to use and mark your own information in a trust environment. It's more important that you know how to honor it when someone else asks you to protect something according to a TLP. And so the takeaways, you know, REFEDS, it's a trust framework for handling cybersecurity incidents. It's required as part of InCommon's baseline expectations. You're expected to live up to all the 16 assertions to honor traffic light protocol and have posted a security point of contact. If you would like to know more, there are 2 links that go into all those details, the certified link for the framework and the TLP link for the actual definitions of the traffic light protocol. And incidentally, before I close, this year InCommon chartered a working group to plan how we might exercise cybersecurity scenarios involving the Federation. And so we're figuring out how we're going to practice Federation mindedness by using Sirtfi. So there'll be more to follow up on that later, hopefully an update at this camp week or a camp week in this December. And this concludes my lightning talk.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Kyle.